So this is it. Hello, fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. Superheroes in movies always have supernatural powers. While they're risking their lives, helping others, saving others. And we know, don't we, that they're going to survive, that they're going to defeat the villain. But in life, there are other types of heroes, aren't there? Steven Spielberg once said, "Never forget where you came from." I realize I am a descendant of heroes and villains. My family emigrated from Ireland. And when they got off the ship, they were so excited to come to America that they went straight past the registrar. And the registrar asked the people behind him, "Who are they?" And they said, "I don't know. They're just some others." Thus the name Smothers. I prefer mother with an S at both ends or smothered with kisses. Were my family members who fought in the American Revolutionary War and won, or who fought in the Civil War and won, were they heroes? Was my grandfather a hero when he dove into shark-infested waters to save a pilot who'd been shot down? Was he a hero? Was my Jewish maternal ancestor a hero when she converted to Catholicism in order to save her life and the lives of her children and generations to come, leaving behind a sacred and valuable tradition? Was my maternal great-great-grandmother a hero when she came from the island of Pico, the Portuguese island of Pico, to settle on the central coast of California, build a little town of Santa Margarita, and start a restaurant where she became renowned for her enchiladas? Were my parents Vietnam War protesters heroes when they staged riots in the Bay Area? Was my dad a hero when he became a respected public defender despite his revolutionary background and shady legal past? To become a respected defender who changed the lives of hundreds of people. Was he a hero? How about me? When I was a little girl with a mom who was a drug-addicted dealer and had boyfriends that were violent. Were my grandparents my heroes when they brought me into their home at the age of 13 and sent me to boarding school and private college? Were they my heroes? How about when I was a young lady of 22 years old and my lover left me to raise my son by myself? And I left everything behind. And I raised him, gave him the best life I could. Was I a hero? Was my only sister, Tasha Myrna May, a pastor's wife, a hero when she touched the lives of hundreds of people in her community before she lost her battle with drug addiction? Spielberg's words, "Never forget where you came from." I've engaged in a great deal of self-reflection about where I came from and those who influenced my life. Each of these people in my life, whether heroes, anti-heroes, or perhaps even villains, profoundly affected me. How did I learn to cope with the anti-heroes in my life? I had no superhero to rescue me. I found solace in my imagination. When I was 6 years old, my mom, my sister, and I moved to a new house, and I woke up early in the morning and I ran down the hill, and there was a barn, and I went inside, and the doors were off the hinges, and it looked like no one had been in there in 3,000 years. And I walk through, and it's dark inside, and there's little slats of light coming through the wood, and there's dust particles in the air, and the air is thick and warm inside. And as my eyes adjust, an entire world, a village at the foot of a mountain, and a train, and little people at the foot of this mountain in this village, living their lives, doing what people do. It was a perfect world. It was safe. It was constructed. It was a train set that had been constructed by someone with a tremendous imagination. And that was the day that I learned to live in the imagination, the magic of the world of the imagination, and it saved my life. It saved me. The imagination saved my life.